Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation. More importantly, I have Ruru the Rooster. Actually, his full name is Ruby Ruru. That's how I'm going. This is how it's going to be tonight. Ruby Ruru the Wonder Rooster is behind me. We are going to be talking about the Matrix. We're going to be talking about escaping from the Matrix. We're going to be talking about a system of control of the Matrix. We're going to be talking about how Ruru has escaped from the Matrix. Well, I'm not quite sure about that one, but we will have fun with things here tonight. And just as an aside, we are in Florida, where it was very it's off the charts in the heat index today, but it has been very hot, humid, and smoky here over the past week or 10 days. And Rue actually came down with a sore throat or a hoarse throat. And so he's been grounded indoors for, what do you think it is, 4 or 5 days so far. And he is feeling much better today. I am very happy to report and hopefully get to take him back outside tomorrow, although certainly not to fireworks festivities. But he was very sick last summer and he recovered from that. So we were a little bit nervous this time around, but he seems to be doing well. Last note on this, and then let's jump into the Matrix. It is very likely that he will want to bed early, maybe even in the next 5 minutes or so, as he is getting his healing and beauty sleep, shall we say. So I may at one point put him on camera, directly eye to eye with Rue, and then whisk him off to bed, which is a soft kennel behind me, or in the room behind me. All right. Is there a Matrix? Yes, there is a Matrix, and the Matrix is very, very real. I don't say that to scare you. I actually don't do anything, hopefully, out of fear, although my team knows that I will fear the fear just as much as anybody else, but then I'll transmute it or shift that fear or use that fear as a positive. That's the thing. The Matrix is a system of control. It is designed to keep you down. It is designed to keep you in a state of fear. And it is truly a system that is designed to have you as a walking zombie. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. It's sort of like the Matrix with Neo in the movies from the Wachowski brothers, sisters. We'll call them the beautiful Wachowski family. Awesome, awesome folk. It is sort of like that. And in that, if you watch the first Matrix, where they wake up Neo in the real world, they unplug him from batteries. The battery analogy is actually real. We are human batteries. But we're not human batteries in the way that's in the movie, where we are plugged in and they're getting electricity off of us from that. But what they are doing is drawing our power, drawing our light, drawing our life force, and drawing out our strength. This is real. You can feel it. You can feel it here and now. You can feel the exhaustion. You can feel the tiredness. You can feel your strength being zapped away. And we talk about a 3D reality, a 4D reality, a 5D reality, a 9D reality. They call this the reality of heaviness. Well, first off, who's the they? Who came up with this idea of heaviness? That's part of the construct. That's part of the Matrix. We were never meant to be this heavy and this dense. We were meant to play on both sides of the veil, sort of like an Atlantean. We were meant to be able to float, to fly, and to be grounded here on Earth. But instead, in the Matrix, there is a heaviness. There's a denseness. There is an exhaustion behind it. You see, that's not actually by coincidence, and it's not by accident. It's why I'm spending a full month of it in my School of Mystics. You can come join us. It begins this Wednesday. I have 4 Wednesdays this month, and record it if you can't make it, to help break people free. And to help break you free, particularly. Why you? Well, if you watch this and you made it this far, then you have a lot of energetic sensitivity to you. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. But your sensitivity is your superpower. It is your strength. And it is used against you in the Matrix. And I'm going to use it against the Matrix for your highest good. We can actually flip that too sensitive around. What does too sensitive mean? It means you're being hoovered. It means the energy is all being sucked out of you. You felt it. You've woken up in the morning and you've gone, oh, I don't know why I'm so tired. I had a full night's sleep. There goes Rue. I had a full night's sleep, and yet I'm so exhausted. Hold on while I see. Rue is actually walking to his food. So I'm going to go get him to his. Let me see if he wants bedtime or not. Then we're going to continue this discussion. Hold on 1 second here. Dun, da, da, da. Rue, what do you need, my boy? Is it bedtime, good boy? Yes, it is. Okay. We shall see. He asked not to go to bed yet. He said, not yet, Daddy. So we shall see how he does. There's a density, there's a heaviness. And if we ground into it, what we see and what we find is that the energy that we're feeling, the emotions that we're feeling, this is why we're called too sensitive, is not ours. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself on a Monday morning. Ask yourself on a Monday morning where you had a fantastic, fabulous, amazing, incredible, over-the-top weekend. And yet all of a sudden you're going, what do I do? Why am I feeling this way? When Jessica, my wife Jessica and I, when we moved back from Maui, of all places, to New Jersey, which is where I was able to start this miraculous show. So it was actually a huge gift for us in disguise. We lived just off of a feeder highway into New York City. And what would happen every Monday morning around 6:30? All of a sudden, I would be in my automatic writing. I would go from writing these beautiful, profound words, the stuff I teach about, the stuff that I actually channel for here this evening. And all of a sudden, I would be like, I can't think. And Bhavik, who's the producer of the show, can acclaim or attest to the fact that before this show, that's how I was. Why? Well, when you start talking about the Matrix, funny things tend to happen. Cancel, clear, release. I had a transformer thing blow. I had a cable go out on me. It's not that there's this big, bad, ugly person on the other side of the veil going, moo, ha, ha. It's just the nature of the system. The system can only draw power off of you if you let it. And so the more that I help set you free, the more the system doesn't like it because it doesn't have the power to draw. Now, going back to you being a mystic or a mystic in training at the very least, someone who is a mystic or a mystic in training is very energetically sensitive and learns how to play with their energy. So we are the batteries of the world. If you're energetically sensitive, it means you hold the most energy. And the Matrix, woo-ha-ha. I go moo-hoo-ha-ha because it's all part of a construct that's actually here to serve us. And we'll see how much we get into. And so we can call it good, we can call it bad, we can call this ugly, we can call this amazing. But it's just all part of the system that we get to set ourselves free from so that we can live at a higher level. But I will never point my finger at anyone or anything and say, you are bad, I am good. Never, not going to happen. I will love everything and everyone up with my last breath, with every single breath I have. And at the same time, I will help set you free. Because if you're energetically sensitive, it means it's easier to draw energy from you. Why? Well, your energy is tastier. You've got more of it. And because you can feel things easier, it's actually easier for energy to flow both ways. You felt it. You know it. It's why you may avoid certain events or certain people, to say the least, or certain activities, because you can feel your energy drain away easier. That's not by coincidence. And the Matrix loves that. Actually, it feeds on that. I would say that it even has a cord that plugs into you most easily because you've got the highest, best energy. And so it takes it away the most. Why? Why, if you have the highest, best energy, would it take it away the most? Because, let you in on a little secret. You're contagious. You are contagious. What does that mean? And I see someone, Julie, talking about a movie or something to do with child trafficking. We may well have, there's a new documentary out by Carolyn Corey, and I may well have her back on shortly about child trafficking as well. And we won't even go there this evening, but just to say, there are so many levels to this game that is being played right now, and so many ways that we can help and rescue and free people and free ourselves. Your energetic sensitivity, bringing it back here for what we're talking about tonight, the matrix in general, your energetic sensitivity is so that you can become a tuning fork, dowsing rod, I'm thinking of the little three-sided triangle that the percussionist would play in a symphony. They ring that bell, and we all vibrate that way. The bell is rung by someone with heightened sensitivity. That's you, that's me. The more we learn how to play with our inner bells, to play with our inner energy, the more that it changes the person next to us and the changes next to us and the person next to us, which is why we get exhausted the first, because we are the ones that are easiest to make this change here on Earth. It's another reason that I'm doing a whole month school on this, because my goal, raise people's vibration, elevate consciousness, shift humanity. I want to help wake you up. I want to help set you free. And then just by setting you free, your energy shifts and you set the next person free, their energy shifts and they set the next person free, and on it goes. And that brings us back to that little triangle. How does the matrix steal our energy? It steals our life force out of frequency. Yes, frequency. When you wake up on Monday morning and you don't know why you're stressed, or you go out and suddenly you feel miserable, or it's supposed to be a good day, you know it's a good day, but for some reason you feel terrible or wired or anxious or at dis-ease, it's not you. It's as if someone on the other side of the veil or someone on the other side of the matrix has literally pointed we'll go there, we'll play, a harp-like device at you, hit you with a frequency, dimmed your light, took away your energy, and left you vibrating at an ultra low tone. Well, guess what? That's real. The matrix, or the frequency, is a power that holds us, that binds us, that keeps us stuck. So I mentioned that everything is here to serve us. Everything can be brought into the light. Everything has a positive if we fully understand it. So why would there be a power to hold us, to bind us, to keep us stuck? And yes, something that even feeds off of us. Well, actually, let's dive into that part for a little bit more, and then we're going to talk about why. When the matrix feeds off of us, why does it do it? Well, it grows more powerful, but it also keeps us under control. That's what we're talking about here tonight. Control with a big C, not a control that we're stuck in, a control in a sense that we choose to be in until tonight. See, we're the buyers, we're the sellers, we're the consumers. Sometimes we're the producers, but we do the matrix's bidding without realizing there could be anything more to life. But here's the truth. There is something more to life, something much, much more, and we don't have to do its bidding. I think of Hannah Bear, my baby Hannah Bear. She'll be, what's today's date? Today's the 3rd. She will be 14 months old in 3 days. How does it get any better than this? She gets it. The new generation gets this. If that's you, you get this. The new generation is completely and totally uncoupled from the matrix. But, and it's a big but, it's the sort of thing, I had on an amazing guest a few years ago. Want to have him back on. Peter Wohlleben wrote the book, The Secret Life of Trees. And in it, he talks about how the old trees share their wisdom through their root system and through the mycelium telephone network, this network of fungi that surrounds the whole earth and allows trees to communicate with each other and allows other organisms to communicate with each other. With old trees in a forest, the new trees grow tall and strong. Without the old growth trees, the new trees don't have guides and they grow sick and gnarled and leave early. That's a little bit of what's happening here. I'm not saying the new gen is sick and gnarled, but they don't have the old growth to guide them. Once they're uncoupled, they're hard to find a guide. However, they're uncoupled to find their way at a much higher level. That's your job. That's my job. We get to be the old growth through the new, for the new gen, by unplugging ourselves from the matrix and helping to learn how to live at a higher level. That's our job now, to liberate ourselves and to liberate others. Again, that's why we have our school. And that's why you're here tonight, to liberate ourselves and liberate others. So the trick is, first, we get to recognize we're living in a matrix. Yes, that's what the Wachowski family did, or they helped us to get through an understanding through metaphor, through story, and through symbolism. What is it they helped us get through? What did they helped us understand? To recognize this world isn't real. It's a holographic world where we're under the control of someone or something else and playing by someone else's rules and having our life force. You wake up in the morning and you go, oh my God, I feel great. For those days that you do feel, oh my God, I feel great. What happens in the first half hour or hour? It's gone. It gets sucked away. Now, I'm not a good guy. I mentioned this earlier. I'm not a good guy, bad guy kind of person. You're good. You're bad. You're great. You're evil. Well, there is closer and there's farther. I wouldn't even say that. There is more remembering who we are, and there's more forgetting who we are. There's more leaning into spirit, and there's more forgetting about spirit. Connect and disconnect, but nothing is good and bad. And though there's a construct, and we can all feel it, I don't place any blame on it. This brings us full circle to what I was saying earlier. I believe we chose to come here. We chose to feel this. We chose to come here and to experience it. And we chose to come here and play with these energies. Michael, are you saying we chose to come here to be enslaved? Yeah. Michael, are you out of your mind? Probably. That's to be determined. I'll let you make that deciding factor. However, this is your judgment of me, as Wayne Dyer said it years ago. Dr. Wayne Dyer. He said, your opinion is none of my business, or something like that. Your opinion of me is none of my, I love you. Let me just put it that way. I love you. I love you. I love you. And we came here choosing, Rue is giving the love sound in the background. We came here choosing to be enslaved, to play with this energy and to help set ourselves free and to help set everyone else free. For each of us. And yes, I'm going to point, forgive me, I told that's impolite. I'm talking to you. Each and every one of us. I love you, Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your kind donation. Mary, you're a perfect example. Each and every one of us is an ascendant master. How's that for mind-blowing? Each of us is an ascendant master. Are we as high as Jesus, the Buddha, Allah, Jehovah? Who knows? But we're up there. And we lost our memory when we chose to come here to Earth to play the highest level game we can. You can't play a high level game if there's no one to play it against. Think about it. If you've ever played a great game of soccer or baseball or basketball or US football, any sport, billiards. I remember I got my way through college. I didn't make money playing billiards. I was too scared of what would happen if I got really hustled. But I was really good at it. Well, guess what? A pool shark, or someone who's good at pool, plays better if they have a great competitor. It can even be done out of love. But if you have somebody, Coke made Pepsi better, Pepsi made Coke better, for what that's worth, by having somebody to up-level and up-level and up-level and up-level. That's what the Matrix is. You're an ascendant master. You're the greatest of the greatest of the great. Yes, you can go. I love myself. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. You should try that. You are. And you had to have a great competitor, really a co-operator or collaborator, even better, to help you play the highest level game possible. Thank you, Dr. Pam J. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How does it get any better than this? You need the Matrix to play a higher level game. So the more that you're dimmed down, the more exhausted you are, the more that you, oh heck, watch the news. And I don't really recommend it. I'm being very tongue in cheek. But if you watch that, you catch the insanity of it. And if you can step back from the story, you will see that it's all designed to play you. Every single article. Well, this is great. Oh, thank God, it's great. Well, this is bad. Oh, no, it's bad. Well, this was great, but now it might be bad. Oh, no, what am I going to do about it? Well, this is bad, but now it might be good. Oh, yay, phew. You're being played. I'm being played. We're all being played until we wake up. You see, there are 8 billion souls on this planet, 8 billion souls. And we go, wow, that's a lot of people. It is. But think of the number of planets there may be in this galaxy alone and how many galaxies there are. Go take a look at a James Webb telescope image in the universe or a Hubble telescope of the universe. 8 billion is nothing, not a drop in the bucket of how many souls there are just in bipedal, quadrupedal form alone, let alone all of the other kind of life forms, even just here on Earth, especially just here on Earth. 8 billion souls. We chose to come here at this time. This is where it gets really interesting. This is where it gets really cool. Humanity has the ability to blow themselves apart. And if we caught Dr. Stephen Greer's interview, we know that humanity may have the ability to blow others apart as well. And that's where things get a little bit touch and go. This is a time where we get to make it through or humanity stops existing. I can hear fireworks outside. It's really interesting. This is a time where humanity gets to choose to make it through or to stop existing. Now, if you're a soul here and humanity stops existing, you got to be one of the last. Might be kind of cool. If you're a soul here and you helped humanity wake up and ascend to a higher level and make it past this point of, I want to say Cro-Magnon, but Cro-Magnon might have actually been great. Make it past this point of risk, of danger, of potentiality of hurting ourselves, rather than the greater potentiality of loving others. Imagine if you got to choose to come here during this time and be a part of this great mass awakening. How special would that be? And to bring all of your ascendant master skills to help everyone you can. That's why I say you're a mystic, or at least a mystic in training. What's the difference? It's semantics. You're special. You are an ascendant master. And when you wake up, oh man, do you become powerful? You become so powerful. My power right now, I speak before hundreds of thousands or on occasion millions. My power ain't nothing compared to your power once you wake up. It ain't a drop in the bucket. And I love how powerful I am at helping others, not in an egoic, oh, I'm powerful kind of way. I just love being a part of this shift. And you are a part of this shift too, at the very highest level. So you're one of the 8 billion. You literally won the lottery to get here, won the lottery of the universe or of the multiverse to get here and be here in humanity at this very time, which means you're the best of the best of the best, or the luckiest of the luckiest of the lucky, which means, dare I say, you're not a victim. This bears repeating. You're not a victim. Victim energy is the number one way that the matrix keeps us under control. Victim doing a tango with anger. Well, to be angry, you must have something unjust done toward you, which puts you in the role of victim. When you're a victim, you give your energy away. Thank you, Jess, for being a member of the Backstage Pass. How does it get any better than this? It's a join button down below if you want to join, help support us. And we put out so many fun videos for you to help uplift you, to behind the scenes footage of Rue, of Hannah Bear, of all of us. So you're one of the luckiest of the luckiest of the lucky, and you're not a victim. And moving forward, you will never, ever, ever, you will choose never to put yourself in the role of victim. So you get run over by that car. Oh, You get driven over on that foot. Oh, you get stung by a bee, whatever. You say, ow, that hurt. Heck, I swim in the Atlantic behind the house here. And thankfully, there weren't many out today. But I remember the last swim, I got stung really good by a jellyfish. Note to self, ow, that hurt. Note to self, I'm okay. Note to self, I love myself. Note to self, it's all good. And yeah, I could wear some more clothing or something to try to avoid the stings, but I never put myself in the role of victim, which if you go in the role of victim in the water, that's not a very good place to be because it sucks all your energy away. Did you catch what I just said? Putting the role of victim sucks all your energy away. Where does the energy go? It goes to the Matrix. Almost a year for Amanda in the backstage pass as a member. How does it get any better than this? Love you, Amanda. So we chose to come here. We chose to participate. We chose to be involved in this tango. And we chose to be an unawake, asleep, almost zombified member of the Matrix until we wake up or woke up. You chose to come here to participate, to play. And no, that doesn't mean you check out early to get away from this Matrix. It means, as an ascendant master, here right now, I feel like going, you're now awake, and you are. You are awake. You are awake. Now, here, right now, you will stop giving your power away because you can recognize the game. And it's a game. It's a very challenging game, but it's a game nonetheless. And it's a game you can win. How? By first setting yourself free. And then just by being you, helping to set everyone else free as well. There's no pressure. You don't have to try to free anybody else. Just as I don't have to try to have this energy go through me. My team will attest beforehand. But I don't have to try here on the mic. I just be my loving, goofy self. Just be your loving, goofy, serious, whomever, whatever you are self. But be yourself, not what the Matrix has made you believe is you. You will set yourself free, and just being you, you will set others free. So the awareness of the Matrix is half of the battle, and I don't like that word, but we're going to call it that. Awareness is half of the battle. Remembrance, going beyond the awareness that I'm in a matrix, the remembrance that you are an ascendant master, that you are all powerful, that you are a divine being. You're a divine being. You're an energetic being having energetic experience in the disguise from the matrix of being in human form to keep you down. Actually, coming here as a human being is actually quite the trip. There are things we can do that angels can't because we are in a denser reality, but it doesn't have to be a heavier reality. That's what the shift is all about. That's why you're here right now. So your energy, your sensitivity, it's all here to serve you. Your sensitivity is your guide, for it's this sensitivity that helps you feel something is wrong, something is amiss, something gets to change. Woohoo! This is the good stuff. So last night I was on Netflix, and I choose my movies very carefully. I do have the occasional fun, not zombie movie, but interesting sci-fi movie. I'm always looking at the arc. I'm looking at the metaphors. I'm looking at the story behind the story. I'm looking at what we can learn in a positive fashion from watching these movies. And I choose my movies very carefully. Last night on Netflix, a zombie movie was advertised for me. Ooh, zombie movie. No. Although we could use it as the arc, and you could get a lot out of it. Zombie movies may actually be, although I'm not choosing to watch them. And I know there's some people here who's going to tell me how cool they are. They're all coming about at this time for two reasons. One, the Matrix wants to keep us a zombie. So if you watch it without becoming awake and aware, what does the zombie movie do? It imprints on your subconscious who and what you're supposed to be. Not the free person, it imprints the zombie. How is that for crazy? However, you can watch it at the higher level. See, the game is being played, not one side against the other. This is a collaboration. The Matrix helps make the Ascendant Master stronger. The Ascendant Master doesn't necessarily help make the Matrix stronger, not once it wakes up, but helps bring everybody up. So a zombie movie on one level is putting you to sleep. On another level is showing you just how much we get to wake up. So if you watch the movie, if you watch these people without thought, without heart, without direction, zombified, and our sensitivity is now a superpower to see this. You see this. Maybe you're repulsed by this. Maybe you find it incredibly what would be a word for it? Uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable watching this movie. Guess what? As an Ascendant Master, as somebody who's highly sensitive, you see that and you go, what? It snaps us free. You're going to leave here tonight and you are going to see things that are going to blow your mind. You are going to see the methods of control. You are going to see the subconscious programming going on. You're going to see the messages coming from advertising, coming from the radio, from the TV, from the podcast, from everywhere. You're going to see all these messages, conscious and unconscious, but they're going to become conscious to you now, that are designed to suppress your energy or to take it away. But now you're becoming more awake. Your sensitivity is your Mazuposin. It's your elixir. It's your blue pill. It wakes you up and sets you free. Your sensitivity sets you free. So the question is, what do you about it? What do you do about it once you see what's going on, once you feel it with all of your beingness? And thank you, Joan. How does it get any better than this? Lots of love, Joan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the question is, what do you do about it once you see what's going on, once you feel it in your being? Because once you feel it, you can't go back. What do you do once you realize you're being manipulated, you're being held down, your energy is being robbed, taken, or stolen from you? First off, you may go to anger. That's understandable. However, please avoid it. There's a great line, Paul Selig, one of my all-time favorite spiritual authors, and he channels the guides. And the guides are the guides are the guides. They'll come through in your automatic writing. They'll come through for Paul's work. They'll come through. I have a show with Lee Harris on Thursday from the Z's. Oh my God, catch the show on Thursday with the Z's with Lee Harris. It is profound. And it's the same message that every single guide is saying right now. Every single angel is saying right now. Archangel Sandalphon is screaming from the highest mountaintop right now. It's a message of setting us free. Anger does not serve us. It keeps us in a state of victimhood and it keeps us disempowered. So when you get angry, when you see the construct, what do? Send love with everything you've got. Send love, send love, send love. I don't know how to send love. Think of a Care Bear stare. I send love. Think of your heart opening and just something beautiful beaming out of you. I send love. Just say, I send love. No, you can do better than that. But send love with everything you can. Why? Well, you're busting through the connections in the matrix. The matrix is not designed to suck away love. It goes and spits that out. You sever the connections. Why? Because the matrix draws energy from frequency, from a very low level frequency. And if your energy is at the it can't take a damn thing away from you. But if your energy is, you ever notice that on the worst of days, you start off feeling, and it goes downhill from there? Why? You just took a straw. You put it in your heart. You connected it to the matrix and you said, here, take it all. Matrix is like, oh, cool. But if you woke up and you said, oh, thank you so much, Chef John Fitzard Rivers Berrios. If you woke up and you thought, man, this is awesome. Okay, I can see this going on. I can see that. I'm just going to send love. What a special day. I send love. What an amazing day. I send love. What a great water. I send love. Well, guess what? And instead you're going, and you're setting other people free as well. So you've taken back your power and you're helping set other people free. Now, there's a simple attunement you can do by simply repeating these words that helps set you free. And it's very simple. I want to give credit where credit is due, always. It's very similar to what Paul Selig and his guides have been saying for years. So I got this in my automatic writing. I need to give credit where credit is due. Paul Selig and his guides. But this message has been said for eon after eon, millennia after millennia, lifetime after lifetime. Why? Because like this, it sets you free. So you wake up in the morning. You can do this with me here, but you wake up in the morning. Say, I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. Repeat after me. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. One more time. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. One more time. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. Whew. Guess what? You are free. You just set yourself free. You couldn't be anything other than free. And you have just cut your cords with the matrix. And you will see your energy rising up. You will see the energy or the shackles broken from inside of you. And your energy just keeps going up and up and up. And the energy that once bound you will actually help raise you up to a higher level. The energy that once bound you will help free you and bring you up to a higher level. So you repeat this daily. You'll see yourself rise up above the noise, above the matrix, above zombie land. Truly one, truly free, truly in your power. Here's where it gets good. In your power to help yourself, and simply by being you to help all of humanity. It's really, really cool. When even a fraction of us truly wake up, the matrix will fail. And it's not that it's a big, bad matrix that we need. It's the big, mad matrix that we needed to get humanity on a specific course, to get humanity on a specific trajectory. And then it's not needed anymore. At that point, the matrix will fail. The planet will wake up to an even higher, more beautiful truth. We can actually see it happening, but we can help accelerate it. Why are systems failing? Why does the earth appear to be such a mess? Because on one powerful level, it's here to wake us up. That's the matrix at play. If you look at all the ecosystems, literally ecosystems on this planet falling apart, that's the matrix designed to suck us down until we wake up. On another level, it's energy being robbed, being taken from the earth, being taken from the animals, being taken from ourselves, almost us gifting it to them until we choose something better, until we choose a higher path. And that's what you and me are here to do. Yes, for our highest good and the highest good of all, or something even better. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. You do this. And the love that is at everything, the love that is you, the love that is the fiber of this beingness, the love that has made you so strong and sensitive for a reason will help set you free and help set you free to set others free and to set others free and to set others free. And oh my God, will you feel better in the process. I am free. I am free. I am free. Woohoo! And yes, come join us Wednesday. If you like this, we'll call this a taster. Come join us this Wednesday, next Wednesday, the following Wednesday, and the following Wednesday as we bring your energy up, 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 and up with tools, with meditations, with mantras, with clearings to help you take this energy to a whole new level. And I won't talk any more about it. I will let people in the chat, our mystics in the chat, tell you all about it if you want to join us for that. But whether you join or not, you are an ascendant master. You are the greatest. You are the divine. You are special. You are free to be the change in the world. You are free to play the highest level harmonic game, the highest level frequency and vibration game, to free everyone else around you just by singing your song and just by being you. Last note, then I want to open it up to questions. Thursday, Lee Harris with, let's see, there's a trailer to be shown. Oh, we're going to have the Lee Harris trailer at the end of the show here tonight. Lee Harris and the Z's, incredibly profound show coming out this Thursday. Cannot recommend it enough. You will love it. You will love it, or you'll love it. But more importantly than loving it, he has words from the Z's on what humanity, you, me, what we get to do in this time to help humanity make this shift, where right now it looks like we're going off a cliff, but we're actually ascending to a higher level, helping us get onto this path and make sure that we stay on this path for all of humanity. So let's see if I missed anybody for donations. Chef, got you. Thank you to everyone. And Mary Fry said, sending so much love and good vibes to everyone. Thank you so much for sharing yours. People really feel it when their energy is low. Join the School of Mystics. You will love it. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Oh, all right. So let's go to Jacqueline 45 after I get sip of water. Actually, I'm going to go to the question of business first here. The question in here, written by Aya or Ann. Michael, a lot of people in the chat are asking if Rue has a litter where he does his business. Thanks. So Rue has a place where he does his litter if he does his business if he's indoors. However, he prefers to be outdoors and do his business there. So as long as we get him out and he will let us know when he wants out, he will do his business outside. If not, he has a small space where he can do his litter inside, making it easier to clean. He also sleeps in a soft kennel at night, and he does his best to hold it all through the night because he is actually a very clean animal and likes to keep his area clean. From Jacqueline, oh goodness, I am always drained and beyond exhausted every day. How do I stop feeling completely wiped? So Jacqueline, what I just taught you here will help you to wake up. I know you're already awake, but this helps you get back into your power, step into your power, and attune to a higher level. This helps. Now, on top of that, I'm glad you asked this because there is a protocol that I use, energetic hygiene, to help you when you're being chained from other people's energy. And for this, I like to use a magnet or the back of a cell phone. So I'm going to grab my cell phone, my miracle phone that took a swim in the Atlantic almost 2 months ago and is still ticking. How does it get any better than this? I haven't replaced this worn case because it was down 6 feet deep in water, 8 feet high tide in water, and 2 feet of mud below a boat, and still works. It's like my miracle phone. Only thing I've had to do so far is put a little electronic lube in the bottom of it because it was starting to corrode from the seawater, and now it's doing great. All right. You can use the back of a cell phone. You can use a magnet. Here's what I want you to do, Jacqueline, every single evening before you go to bed. And you can do this many times a day, and we can all do this. Now, I have very specific words for this clearing statement. Change them, replace them, whatever works for you. I go to Archangels and Guides. You can go to Giant Cheeseburgers. You can go to Fuzzy Bunnies. You can go to whomever or whatever. It doesn't matter. All right, here we go. And you can do this with me, Jacqueline. And I am assuming I have your permission to do clearing as well. And if not, may I have your permission? And then here we go. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and everyone. If you give me your permission, we'll clear it from everybody here. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, higher self, higher team, and all angels, guide, and light workers here for my highest good and the highest good of all. Please help clear the cables, cords, strings, and attachments and swizzle straws from me and everyone in the matrix, for me and everything in the matrix, for me and anyone or anything that drains me now, yesterday, since the beginning of time, and in the future, for every day of my life. Please help cut the cables, cords, strings, and attachments from all of these energy or energies pulling energy away from me now and forever. Thank you. Now, how do you feel? I wish I had to change the microphone setting. Rue, I have the microphone set so but no background noise can be heard. So if there's baby or anything, it's nice and quiet. But Rue started making his love sounds as I was doing the clearing, his love sounds for everyone. All right. So you can do that, Jacqueline, anytime that you feel drained and exhausted. And that helps cut those cords that are drawing energy away from you. Chip Whitehouse, I'm confused. Why is it stealing the frequency and who's doing it? What's the point? Makes it seem like an oppressive power. So was the Matrix like training wheels for humanity? Chip, I like the best part of your question the best. Was the Matrix like training wheels for humanity? In a way, it is, Chip. It's something. So we come here, Chip, as amnesic souls. We come here with a forgetfulness of who and what we are so that we can play in this video game. Because if we knew who and what we are, then we'd be able to ascend past the video game. It wouldn't have a point and it wouldn't be fun. If you're playing chess against a worthy opponent, assuming you like chess, and I do not profess to be very good at it, but you're playing chess against a worthy opponent, you're going to study and focus and do the best you can. If you're playing chess against a 2-year-old, what's the point? I know, well, let's make the 2-year-old happy, but you're not going to play your best game of chess. So we came here with the Matrix to help us up level, to help us remember who we are, to help us at the beginning be in this state of amnesia so that we struggle and build up all of this internal energy until we wake up and go Shazam. So it's only a giving away of power until we realize it, and then it's done. And on the one hand, while the Matrix appears to be by this big, bad, evil force, and if there's anything we want to call evil, and I wouldn't label anything as bad or anything as evil, it just means lost. But in this case, there are players, whatever we want to call them, who have chosen to incarnate in this time and wear the control of the Matrix for all of our highest good. See, we're all here, Chip, just playing a role for our highest good and for the highest good of all, every single one of us. But when we're in the role, we forget who and what we are. We forget that we are simply the actor until we wake up and are set free. So the point of the Matrix is to wake us up, but at a higher level, to wake us up after we've struggled, after we've exhausted, after we've been beaten, after we've been almost broken. I say almost because nobody who's here tonight is fully broken. And even if your body is fully broken, you know what I mean. You're not fully broken. There's an energy to that. Heck, if you've seen a lightning storm, there's a potentiality to that. If two things have just about the same energy, what do you think the lightning's going to be like? Zip, zip. But if the potential, if we have a huge negative charge and a huge positive charge, Shazam, what an amazing lightning show. That's potentiality. That's why we need the Matrix to help us to elevate, to help us to ascend, to help us remember at an even higher level because of the difficulty, the challenge, and the strife. Brilliant question, Chip. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you so, so much. All right, Nancy. Is the Ascendant Master the same as the higher self? The Ascendant Master and who and what you are. Your highest self is the greatest version of you on the other side of the veil. Is it an Ascendant Master? Absolutely. But are you the Ascendant Master too? Yes. So I don't want to just limit it to your higher self. It is you, Nancy, here on earth. However, we have some amnesia. We have some cobwebs. We have some matrixing that we get to remove to remember who and what we truly are. But yes, that's you, all of you. Information gatherer. Please help with Care Bear stare when to survive. I'm closed more and more and go to pain and anger. Neighbors noise every 2 weeks, a court case owing me after more than 7 years, denied wrongly again. Need to live again. Okay, information gather. Please forgive me. After 7 years, the biggest perpetrator against you is you. It's all an energetic game. When somebody drives the car over our foot, ow, that hurts like a, forgive me. Let's get the car off your foot. But now if you keep thinking about them driving it over your foot and thinking about them driving it over your foot and thinking about them, and they promised to pay for driving it over my foot, and they promised to do this for driving it over my foot, and they promised to do that for doing it, and you're hurting yourself. You're bringing your energy down. You could literally go on YouTube, look up Care Bear stare. You could go on Amazon and buy a Care Bear, or better yet, buy a what is it called? Amazon warehouse deal, and a Care Bear that has been returned, and buy that one. I got a doll. I'm trying to remember. I think it was a bighorn sheep that I got years ago from Yellowstone. And I went into the store and they had a bighorn sheep on display. And I felt I needed one of those, and I needed one of those. I wish I knew where it was, for our future Hannah Bear. And Hannah Bear took 4 tries to get here. We had 3 miscarriages. So she was quite the journey. But I bought this ram. I think Jessica called it Baba or something. But they had these rams on display, and they said, I picked it up, and I said, oh, I want this one. And the woman's like, no, why don't you go get yourself a new one? And I'm like, has this one been touched by all the kids who come in here? And she's like, yeah, so you should get a new one. I'm like, no. This is the one that's perfect. This is the one that's filled with energy. It's all about the energy we bring to the game, information gatherer. It's not about the end results ever. Never was, never will be. It's why if we talked about manifestation and going even above the law of attraction, if we talk about what's real and what's not, if all of a sudden if you lose money and you dwell on the lost money, what happens? Well, it's a low level vibration. The matrix goes, thank you very much. And you're going to lose even more money. If, on the other hand, you lose money and you go, well, let me send that out there to do good in the world. I don't know why it disappeared. I don't know what happened, but I send love, I send love, I send love. Guess what happens? That money finds its way back to you. So, information gatherer, the way to live again is to start pumping up the love, pumping out the life force. And every time you go to pain and anger, I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. I send love. 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 And at the beginning, you might not mean it, but the more you say it, the more that you're creating this energetic channel between you and the higher realm, rather than right now, you have a great channel, information gathered, between you and the lower realm. Not better, not worse, but the lower realm, the lower vibration. And we are going to connect you or help that energy to flow from that higher realm more, an information gatherer. And you'll watch your energy and how you feel go up and up and up. Dr. Pam J., are there a finite number of souls that recycle or new ones created? So, Dr. Pam J., I can intuitively tell you that new ones are created. And at the same time, this is something that I've thought about for a long time, and I have not been able to get a straight answer. And I'll explain why, or explain what I've asked in a minute. Not been able to get a straight answer of the universe. There are not a finite number of beings. There are new beings, or new spirits, that souls, we'll call them, that keep coming into existence. And at the same time, we are infinite. How can that be? I don't know. And here's a mind tripper. I do a lot of work and a lot of research on angels, archangels, guardian angels, which is just a terminology, just a nomenclature for higher dimensional beings that are here to play a specific role in helping and supporting us. We can call them whatever we want. Now, our guardian angel has been here. This is where it gets weird. Dr. Pam J, this is where it gets really strange. Our guardian angel, from everything I've understood and everything that I've talked with my guardian angel, others' guardian angels, and this whole infinitude of angels, our guardian angel was assigned to us at the beginning of time, at the beginning of our existence, and ever since we have had a guardian angel with us. Here's where it gets weird. And the guardian angel was with someone else before us, and the guardian angel will be with someone after us. But didn't you just say that we're infinite? Yes. Didn't you just say that you've been here since we've been here since the beginning of time? Yes. Didn't you just say that we're going to be here till the end of time? Yes. So how is that possible? I cannot answer that question. Yes. It has to do with things beyond universe, beyond space and time, beyond even infinity. And that my mind has not been able to grok or has not been given an understanding in a way that I fully can grasp that one yet. Kelly, I'm not a sensitive. How do I raise my energy? I've tried meditation, but I can't seem to get my mind to cooperate. Kelly, actually, you are very sensitive, but we can use that as let's use a different term. You have a racing mind, Kelly. That racing mind is energy that's coursing through your veins. It is so much energy, Kelly, you almost don't know what to do about it. You are filled with such incredible, great, magnificent, wonderful, misguided, misaligned, chaotic, over-the-top energy, Kelly, that has your brain going. I know that looks like craziness, but I guess that's for a reason. What do we need to do? We need to ground you, Kelly. We need to get you out sitting on the earth, barefoot on the earth, taking Epsom salt baths, eating more grounding provisions, watching what your diet is specifically to help you ground, looking up Ayurvedic diets and seeing whether you're Vata, whether you're Pitta, whether you're Kapha, what's going on, why things are out of balance, and helping you to ground, Kelly. That's where we get to play. Now, you don't have to. You've been sold a bill of goods if you've been told that you have to meditate or that you have to be able to quiet your mind. Guess what? Kelly, I used to be really, really good at quieting the mind. And guess what? My whole world was blowing up all around me. It's not about quieting your mind. It's not about meditation. It's about getting you in coherence. It's about getting you in alignment with your high vibration energy. It's been about using that crazy, amazing, incredible, wonderful, prolific, incredible head that you have on your shoulders, Kelly. You have an amazing mind, and not fighting the mind, but getting in alignment with it and using it for all it's worth. That's your sensitivity. That's your superpower. That's your energy. So we simply, like this computer here before, we need to get you grounded, Kelly. And then you will rock this world. And each and every day, I want you to set the intention in the morning. First off, to be grounded. Secondly, to get even greater alignment between heaven and earth, between sky and the feet beneath me, and between your mind and your heart. So, Kelly, your last assignment, if you choose to dare, care to take a dare. Now, and then I'm hearing the song Devil Went Down to Georgia. Forgive me, everyone. Is I want you to look up heart coherence, Kelly. Start playing with that. If you need to, there is a fantastic tool through HeartMath. I get nothing by saying this. There's a fantastic tool. You can get it from HeartMath that will teach you. You put it on your earlobe, will help train your mind to get in heart coherence. The heart, and I'm seeing the heart emojis off here on the side. The heart is so much more powerful at helping steer the ship than the mind. The frequency, the magnetic frequency of the heart is much stronger than the mind. You get and slip into frequency or coherence with the heart. The mind begins to relax, Kelly. That's the highest level game for, well, really for all of us. But that would be the most fun one for you to do. There's an app you can get for Hind Math. There's a device from Heart Math. There's a device you can get, and I would play with that. All right. Mary always asks great questions. Let me drink a sip of water, see how we're doing. I see all these beautiful hearts off on the side. Thank you guys so much. All right. From Mary. Can you help explain how Mother Nature's actions, disasters, are card in the matrix, and how we can help support our Earth from a higher vibration? Thank you, Mary. On one level, a disaster is a disaster is a disaster. And if we play the lower vibration game, that's feeding right into the matrix. You're disempowered. There's nothing you can do about it. In fact, if you want to watch a good storm, the more people that watch a good storm about to take place, guess what? The more that storm is about to take place. The reverse is true too. And this is, I was gifted to live on Maui for 3.5 years. And during that time, nary a single big storm hit us. Nothing even came close. And some storms have really brushed Maui since then. She's still held strong. But here's what's going on. On Maui, there is a belief that the elders and the ancestors on the other side of the veil are protecting and keeping Maui safe. And so whenever a storm comes, people realize that their ancestors and elders were going to keep Maui safe, and that storm is going to steer away from the island, or at most brush it. Guess what? That's exactly what happens. That is a higher vibration answer. Now, particularly here in continental US, and I am not in any way saying that if you're in a place that's been hit by a storm that you caused it. I'm not saying that at all. But there's a disempowerment by focusing on the storm. If you take the higher level power, you may be able to steer it away. We have the power to steer anything away, but we get disempowered looking at the news. We get disempowered looking at the weather, and then we are taking our swizzle stick and giving it to the matrix. Now, you asked a very important question here, Mary. How are Mother Nature's actions a part of the matrix? How can we support the Earth from a higher vibration? It is all about, so Mary, on the one hand, we get to do everything we can to support the Earth. And I feel this is incredibly important. And I feel there's a lot more I can do even with the show. And Jessica and I can do with the show to help Mother Earth. On one level, I know it, I believe it, and I want to do everything that I can, and much more than I'm doing, even though I try to do my part, but I feel there's a lot more that I can do. Conversely, it is all an inside job, meaning, on the one hand, these disasters are Mother Nature's way of shedding a fever. On the other hand, they're Mother Nature's way of waking us up from the matrix. When an entire city glows red or glows orange or is choked off by smoke, people say, I get to do something. It's a wake-up call. So Mother Nature is using these disasters to help wake us up. The question is, how many of them will it take before we choose to make a difference? And I'm very much I'm a top-up guy rather than a bottom-up guy rather than a top-down guy. What does that mean? I'm not sure our leaders, I'll put that in quotes, will do anything. We have this father knows best. Is that fair? Oh, I'll stick with it. We have this father knows best mentality that the people at the top are going to save us and protect us. It's going to come from the bottom up. That's why we get to set ourselves free. That's why we get to set everybody else free. That's why we get to go hand in hand and make a difference. It's why if one person wakes up and the next person wakes up and the next person wakes up, that's how we shift the earth. It's an inside job that starts with the wake-up call and then goes to action. Not an action of, I need to fight anyone or fight anything, but I need to link arm in arm in love and step forward. So that's why Mother Earth is doing this, Mary, to wake us up and to bring us all together as one. And then this place has no choice but to shift. But if we're simply waiting on our leaders to take action, we could be waiting a very, very, I can hear Elmer Fudd in my head, a very, very long time. Lots of love, Marion. Brilliant question. Mark, I think I fried some of my energetic sensitivity. What can I do to reverse this? Love is the greatest healing elixir, Mark. That's where we get to start. Type in the love, breathe in the love, bathe in the love, be in the love. That's all you need to do. So have you fried the sensitivity? No. What you've done is clog the pathways. We can call it, take this off for a minute. We can call it, what's the term for it? Arteriosclerosis of our energetic pathways, Mark. And we can clear that arteriosclerosis by simply getting that energy flowing again. So will it come back? Yes. And it will come back at a higher level, and you won't have to worry about it being too much the next time around. If we're not trained in energy, then the energy, this is where that too much sensitivity comes from, or you're too sensitive comes from. And particularly for guys, forgive me, I just keep hearing the line in my head whenever I think about childhood. And this has to go with sensitivity. How does it start? Something, you're crying. I'll give you something to cry about. If you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about. What is that saying? If you let your emotions show, if you are sensitive, if you feel your emotions, I will make it hurt 10 times worse. And eventually we shut down. Now, as we start playing with this, as we start to get this energy flowing, as we start to feel things again, now we have better control over it. Doesn't mean we can't cry. Crying is a good thing. Crying is an amazing release. Crying is awesome. But it means we're more in control of knowing what's my emotions. This is the matrix. What are my emotions? What are someone else's emotions? What emotions are dragging me down? What emotions can bring me up? What emotions do I take ownership of? And which ones are simply trying to swizzle stick and suck all the energy away? We start to get an understanding of that, Mark, as we start to come back online. So I want you to play with this, kind and gentle and loving to ourselves. From Veronica, yes. Is there an affirmation or mantra we can say to break us free? Yes. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. It is so ridiculously simple. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. Dan Mahalo. Oh, I love it. How do animals contribute to the shift in consciousness? Brilliant question, Dan. You know, I have seen in the past when I lived in Boulder, and people are going, oh, good Boulderite. Yes, actually. Where was I going with that? I would get up and I would go out before just about anybody was awake, and I'd go take nature photographs, particularly of animals at sunrise and sunset. And I can remember seeing coyote standing right next to, or even sitting right next to, gophers out on the prairies. Now, talk about your lifelong enemies. The coyotes eat the gophers. And yet, at this moment, when I saw this, and I saw this many times, the gopher knew that the coyote was full or wasn't hungry or wasn't interested in it. And so they just enjoyed the moment together. Here in Florida, I have seen a the bobcat, with the turkey, the wild turkey, and they were just hanging out together. Animals are filled with such incredible love. You can Google it. You can find videos about friendly alligators, and they go, well, lizard-like brain, they just have it. No, that's all bogus. Every animal here is teaching us about unconditional love, about being present in the moment, about taking only what you need. And yes, you can give me all the crazy examples you want. But at the end of the day, they are about pure love, pure connection, pure beingness. We can learn so much by watching the animals and bathing in their energy. And every single time, Dan, an animal shows itself to us, we can learn a lesson from that animal just by connecting to its energy, or literally by Googling when you come back, spiritual significance of seeing an owl, spiritual significance. Oh, an owl landed 20 feet above Rue's head, landed on the roof out here last week with Rue down below it. And I yelled for Jessica to get out there, which scared the owl away. But I was in the middle of running to Rue anyway, because the owl was just slightly bigger than Rue. But I think the owl may have just been watching over us, because the owl, we know, stays usually on the house next door. And I think for some reason the owl wanted to come over us, let us know everything was going to be okay, and actually check on Rue, because that was when he was starting to get his temporary throat condition. From Charlene, and we'll take a few more questions here and go into a meditation. Ooh, what if we have to be the caretaker of a family member that you have resentment toward and can't come to terms with? Well, Charlene, you don't have to do anything. You literally don't have to. Let's choose the language there, change the language, shift the language. You get to be the caretaker of your family member. You are honored to be the caretaker of your family member. And we get to play with that resentment, because that resentment means that you are continuously being hurt by that person, but not being hurt by that person at all, but being hurt by that person in your mind. In other words, you're giving away all your power, hello Matrix, by putting yourself into the victim role. You don't have to love them up, Charlene, but stop making yourself out to be the victim. Being a victim leads to resentment. Resentment leads to anger. Anger is addictive. Why? Because anger is a numbing agent. When you feel anger, you feel good. You've got energy. You're going to, and you don't feel the pain anymore. And even though you're feeling, you've given all of your power away. You could try this experiment. It works with muscle testing. It also works in the gym. Go to a gym, put like 10 pounds on a machine, lift the machine, or lift the weight. See how that feels. And then, put on a little bit more weight till you're kind of at the limit. Don't hurt yourself here. And now go to lift that weight and say, I'm so angry. And see how much weight you can lift. And now say, I'm in love. And see how much weight you can lift over and over and over again. We're taught that anger is an energy. Love is a far more powerful tool. That's the force. So, Charlene, that's what I want you playing with. You feel the anger, bring it to love. You feel the resentment, bring it to love. Your job, Charlene, is to find a way to bring peace in your heart to your relationship with this person, to be able to send them love, even if you don't want to do anything. They are your greatest teacher, Charlene, and that's why you get to be the caretaker of them at this time. Ooh, from Chip. How are extraterrestrials involved with the Matrix? Are they in the Matrix or outside of it? The majority of them, Chip, are outside of the Matrix. They've had to go through this themselves. I don't believe that there is this big, bad ET organization that's keeping us down, these reptilians that are keeping us down, any of this that are keeping us down, because if they've made it to this level of technology, and they haven't killed themselves, and they still have that technology. So if they ever, you can say, well, they made it there and then they forgot. No, if they forgot, they've got the technology to blow themselves apart in a nanosecond. So if they've made it to this level, then they know how to play with love. They know how to play with higher level frequencies. They know how to do whatever they can to help us stay alive. And yes, extraterrestrials are quite literally helping us to stay alive. I have channeled them. I have seen them. I have spoken with them. In a sense, I have been with them, and I know what they're doing, and I know why they're here. And thank God for them to help us get through this time. And are they here by our sides as well? Yes. Are there extraterrestrials here on Earth? Yes. Are we extraterrestrials? Actually, we're all star seeds. As Carolyn Corey put it last week, we're a percentage this, we're a percentage that. There's only so much of us that is a percentage human, but they may also want to participate on this earthly plane to help us in our evolution, or to be part of the party to see us make it through this time. But the one thing they're not doing is subjugating us. We are the only ones subjugating ourselves. At the end of the day, bringing it full circle in this whole talk, this matrix is of us. It's a low level frequency and vibration that we choose to bring into existence collectively. and that we can choose here and now to bring it out of existence as well. That's what we get to do. Man, there's so many brilliant comments here. I wish that I could actually, yes, Dan, we are the new kids on the block in the cosmos. I wish that I could get to all of these comments, but if I get to the comments and answer the questions, we will be here for a very, very, very long time. All right, so I'm going to take another sip of water. We're going to do a very brief meditation here and call this good. I did bring up, did I bring up Dolores Cannon? I brought up Dolores Cannon, I believe, with the Z's. Yes, I did. I believe Lee Harris and the Z's just talk about Dolores Cannon in this Thursday show. All right, I'm going to shut that off. If I see everybody's beautiful, beautiful comment, I won't be able to get to our meditation, but I love you guys. Rue is still up, and so I'm checking on him going, do I need to get him to bed before the meditation? No, he went quiet. I guess he's good for the meditation. All right. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're setting yourself free. Setting yourself free? No. I hope you've been set free, and if not, I hope this meditation helps. I know this meditation will help. All right, I'd like you to sit up good and tall tonight. Some of these meditations, I like to have you relaxed, slumped, leaning back. This one, let's sit up good and tall. And let's just take a nice deep breath in through the nose, down to our belly, and out through the nose. In and out. In and out. More time, in and out. Now, as we continue to breathe in and out, I want us to morph. I want us to do some soul shifting, some body shifting, some sort of shifting here this evening. Shape shifting. There we go. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you're at a hot air festival, a hot air balloon festival. You see all these balloons all around, all different shapes, sizes, and colors. And suddenly you find that you are one of these balloons. How does it get any better than this? Maybe you're shaped like the Energizer Bunny from an old Macy's parade. Maybe it's a giant light bulb, huge smiley face. Whatever you want this hot air balloon to be, that is you. You notice that you're tied to the earth, but there's a beautiful, benevolent soul in your basket who's helped inflate the balloon, lighting up your heart light, filling you with warmth, with fuel, with air, filling you up until you're completely full and you're pulling on the ropes down below. In fact, you're pulling at the ropes down below. You look down below and you think, I'm stuck. I can't go up. What am I going to do from here? You're so focused on what's going on down below and how much you're attached to these ropes and attached to this earth that you put yourself in this state of depression. Dun, 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 dun. And the person pulling on the torch forgets to pull on the light, is now too focused on the ropes down below, and your balloon begins to deflate. First a little, then more and more, until the basket starts to come down, 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 until it's right back down onto the earth, and the whole balloon starts to sink. Until you remember, hey, wait a second. I can fill this balloon right back up and I can take off. What do I need to do? Well, send that little man, send that little woman, send that beautiful soul around to pull off all of the stakes that are connecting the rope to the basket. Then to hop back in the basket, to let go of any ballast. And now to inflate the balloon and to focus on the light to focus on the warmth, to focus on the filling up of the balloon. And you start to feel yourself filling up and going up and up and up until there's only one or two ropes left connected. And you cut those cords. You see them, you bless them, you cut them, and feeling yourself going up to the heavens, higher and higher and higher still, until you're floating above the balloon festival. You're floating above all the other balloons. You're floating up higher and higher and higher still, up into the stratosphere itself. You're floating up so high that you begin to look above you, and what do you see? You break through the blues, the deep blues, the purples, the dark inky hues, until all of a sudden you see the stars up above you, and you see that your balloon is becoming one of those very stars. Why? Because you're no longer focused on the ropes below you, but on the heavens above. You're focused on the highest level vibration, the vibration of light, the vibration of love, the vibration that filled you up and is sending you to the heavens and beyond. And you remember who and what you truly are. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. And you look back down at the earth below you, and you look up at the stars and heavens above, and you say one more time, I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I am free. I am free. I am free. Woohoo! And now, I want you to take that hot air balloon that is you, that is who you truly are, that hot air balloon that is connected from earth to the heavens and beyond. And I want you to imagine that you scoop up that hot air balloon, and it fits in the palm of your hands, and you take it and you put it right into your heart, where it's exactly where it belongs. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are. You are free. You are free. You are free. And the next time that you feel those ropes tugging on you and pulling you down, tap on your heart. Remember the hot air balloon of your soul and set yourself free. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? So come join us for the School of Mystics on Wednesday if you want. This is going to be one freedom-filled rise above the matrix. So many tools and meditations and new friends and clearings and mantras and all sorts of goodness as I help you become the mystic you are meant to be and help you remember your ascendant master divinity that is you and is who you are. In other words, to bring you back into your power. We've got an amazing, amazing show with Lee Harris and the Z's on Thursday. And if you want nothing else than to have your energy raised up each and every day, simply go to dailywoohoo.com. Well, the links to the class are down below, but simply go to dailywoohoo.com and I send out a message, which is love and attunement and photos and beauty each and every morning. That's dailywoohoo.com. I love you guys so, 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 so much. Thank you, Aya. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Babak. Thank you, Dream Team. Thank you, Pookie. Thank you, Rue. Thank you, Hana Bear. Thank you, Kitties. And thank you, you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And that to me is the mightiest woohoo of them all. You are free. You are free. You are free. Woohoo. Night, everyone. Has humanity been enslaved?
life is being destroyed in both the natural world and to some degree even the human world. Humanity essentially got limited to about 20% of our potential. They talk about this clamp that got put on us, essentially, our potential, our abilities, who we are here to be in the consciousness of the planet. And this is a period of history where it's all being undone. You know, the truth is, when you connect to spirit, what you realize is we're all far greater than we have ever seen ourselves. So the level of change, transformation, and growth we will see is 3 times what our parents saw.
Are you good now, Honeybear?
Every day there's a new horizon. Birds keep on singing, earth keeps on spinning. Time to toss any fears that rule you. Dance to vibrations, no limitations. Shine, hold the sunlight on your chest and fly. Look to the sky, let your spirit shine brightly, shine brightly. Oh, shine. Share the magic deep in your soul. The glitter around you, live your greatest truth. Catch those dreams, swimming beside you. Yours for the taking, no more just wait.